welcome to Blue Chair Fireside Chats.
Yes, welcome back, or welcome to the
Yeah,
first episode, I should say.
the the first episode, yes. So I'm sure that you're a little bit confused about the format. I know it's both me here, Blue Chair, and Blue Stool by my side, enjoying ourselves, warming our feet by the fire, and we're here
Or
to
lack
do a
of
new
feet.
format.
We don't
A lack
really.
of feet.
Yeah,
Well,
we don't
I
have
mean,
feet.
we have a block. It's close enough. It works. It works well. Um, so here here in this new format, we figured we would try this out. It's a little bit easier to record, and hopefully you guys enjoy. And today we will be discussing the Romanian Equicide.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. So, Blue Stool, do you have any questions? What do you think an Equicide is?
An equicide sounds like a horse genocide. Is that correct, Loser?
You hit the nail on the head perfectly. Yes, this is the Romanian horse genocide. So, essentially, back in the 1950s and 60s in Romania, so under the communist dictatorship, they had a horse genocide. And so we'll be getting into that today. And our lead figure in this whole ordeal is a man named Alexandre M. He is the horse killer, the horse massacrer, the horse murderer.
Oh wait, you know what? This would be a good time. Who gave us this topic?
Yes, I was just about to say. So if you don't know, we have a little buddy over in iFunny that has been able to supply us with some very interesting topics. This is his or her or their name, I do not know, is Buongiorno Principessa. I hope that I said that correctly. I don't know. I don't speak Italian.
I'm pretty sure you got it.
Oh, beautiful. Wonderful. Okay. I'm going to eat some spaghetti tonight to honor that. But back to the topic now. So thank you, Buongiorno Principessa, for this wonderful topic. Alexandru Mochiorosh. I believe that's how you say it. He is Romanian, but ethnically Hungarian. So if I mess up, I've now offended two different countries.
Oh, I guess maybe only Hungary if it's a Hungarian name.
Well, I mean, this is his Romanian name.
I see.
And why though?
So it's like a Romanization, if you will.
Yeah, Romanianization. Ooh. Yes, it is. And so the reason that it's a little bit tricky here is because he was born into the Kingdom of Romania, but he was a communist, right? He had communist sympathies. So in the 30s, he gets locked up. It's a big no back then to be a commie over in Romania, and I assume now it's probably also a big no. And while he's in prison, and I swear this is definitely relevant, sort of, kind of, he meets this woman named Anna Pauker. Anna Pauker? I don't know how to say that, but Anna Pauker. We're just gonna say that one. And they become friendly. Now she'll come into the story later, but in the meantime, it's still the Kingdom of Romania, and
but it's briefly becoming okay to be communist.
It's briefly. It's becoming slowly better to become communist, especially in 1944 when the Soviets come around. And when the Soviets come in, they stay.
Yeah,
they stay until 1958.
Now communism is A-okay.
Now communism is A-okay. And so Alexandru, he's like, all right, cool. So I'm a commie over in Romania. The Soviets are here. This is perfect for me. How do I get into power? How do I get my horse genocidal crazy crap going? And he befriends this guy called Gheorghe Gheorghiu Dej. And this guy wants to be. Huh?
Do we have a picture of this guy?
This is the closest I have. It's a horse. This is the closest I have. We don't have a picture of him, but we have him. Combine these two photos in your mind, viewer. This is what he looks like. All right, but no, we don't have a photo. We don't have a photo, unfortunately. But so he tries. So Gheorghe, he wants to take power, right? And he has Stalin's approval. So Anna Pauker, who we mentioned before, has an ally named Vasily Luka. It doesn't really matter. Point is, Alexandre, to gain power, this is how you know he's a piece of shit already. If the horse genocide didn't already tick you off to that, he throws her and her ally under the bus, and they get purged from the government. So now there's this big vacuum in the government for Alexandre to take over. So he gets into power, right? It's the 50s. We're skipping a little bit ahead. It's not that important, but so now it's the 50s. And what does Alexandre care about? He cares about farming, but he goddamn hates horses. He wants to collectivize farming, but he wants to collectivize farming really bad, like immediately. So, and it's like, well, what if we have like a slow collectivization? No, it has to be today. Has to be today. No patience with this man.
So it's all overnight.
So,
that's
it's all overnight. That's why he gives up Anna and Vasile, because they were like, hey, can we wait a little bit? And he's just like, nope. Doing it today. Today is the day. And he enacts his plan. And essentially what he says is that the horses of Romania, mind you, this is a massive part of transportation for the farmers. Okay, so I don't know why I said transportation, but this is a really big part of transportation. And he argues that they're getting the best hay in Romania, the finest Romanian hay, rather than giving it to the cattle of Romania. And he says, and forgive me because I'm going to absolutely butcher this Romanian sentence. I think it's like vacilor le sunt manchate șoarnele de chai. I don't know if you say the C's like that. That's what I've read. That's how you pronounce them.
Why are we even bothering to say it in Romanian?
Well, that's why I'm going to say it in English now. So
all right.
He says the cows have their horns eaten by horses.
I see.
Yes, and I mean that clearly makes sense to both of us, correct?
Yes, and also just the TV went off for a second. I accidentally tabbed out. Acknowledging that. I have to censor your Discord name for a second. It popped up.
Oh no. We'll edit that out. We'll edit that out.
If you notice that, good on you.
Yeah, we'll black that out. Anyway, so anyway, the cows have their horns eaten by horses. This is a metaphor for how the cows are getting like the worst hay, and horses are getting the best hay. So now the cows are suffering because of that. I pose this question to you, viewer, and to Blue Stool. Does that make any sense?
Well, yeah, of course it does. You know, you want to give your cattle the best hay, and those greedy horses are taking it all.
You know what? Maybe, yeah. Those goddamn horses. Maybe he did make sense. Maybe it was logical for him to just go ahead, and he was just like, I'm gonna kill these goddamn horses. I swear, these horses, they plague my mind.
So is it that he just hated horses, or like did he want to like industrialize and like replace them with tractors? I mean, I guess overnight that's kind of stupid.
Thanks for the spoiler.
Is that a spoiler or is that a question?
No, it's a valid question. No, so that's the conspiracy theory that I'll get to later. But yeah, so essentially, what I believe is that he really wanted to, because remember, he wants to collectivize. Wait, and guess what?
That's a conspiracy theory.
No, hold on. So because it's like, but why kill the horses? Why kill the horses? We'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to that in a minute, and I'll explain it why.
I just find it funny that hold on. Like I find it funny that the leading idea is that he just hated horses and killed them, but the conspiracy theory is that he wanted to industrialize. Like that just seems
that's the issue. That's the weird part. None of this story makes any sense. I lost my mind trying to do research for this video. Okay, because most of the sources are in Romanian, so I had to translate them, and I do not believe those translations were 100% correct.
Probably not.
So so back to our friend Alexandre now. He orders the execution of horses. Okay, and the idea is that the directive that comes down for the farmers is that blast them in the brain or stab them in the balls. I don't know. I mean, they don't go into specifics. I'm imagining shooting them in the head is probably the quickest way. You shoot the horse, you give the body over to your pigs. The pigs, they gobble it up, little greedy pigs eating up all the horse meat. And then you have the bones. What do you do with the bones?
Feed them to the pigs. Again.
Well, give them to the pigs again. They're really hungry.
I feel like pigs can eat bones, can't they? I feel like they can.
Yeah, they can.
They just don't like it.
Like horse bones are kind of, horse bones are kind of big, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
I feel like that's just kind of like, you hear about like those old West stories where they throw like the victim of the person and they throw them to the pigs.
Yeah, and then there's no remains. Yeah, usually.
Them's just human bones, but these are horses, man. Horses are big. And he decides he tells people, throw them in a pit with lime.
Like a margarita.
Do I know what that means? Exactly, a margarita. It's a big limeade, a big margarita with a bunch of horse bones floating around.
What I'm assuming limestone.
Yeah, limestone. Throw them on top of the limestone. But actually, that's where I think that they're trying to say, like, you can make quicklime from limestone, and that's essentially just like a caustic or corrosive material, so it'll melt down the bones.
I like how he has directions for specifically how you need to melt down the bone. Like, you can't just like do it your own way. You can't make the normal like bathtub mixture.
Right, you can't do the classic Jesse Pinkman, throw him in the bathtub, whatever.
And melt through the ceiling.
Yeah, and then it falls through the ceiling. Go watch Breaking Bad. No, watch our video first. So these poor horses. Remember, this is what he did. This is what he took away from us. All right. He he orders the death, and people call it an Equicide. But my favorite term that I saw in one of the articles is called Calmageddon. Calmageddon, and Cal means horse in Romanian. So I think that is just hilarious. It's tragic. Okay, sorry for the horses, but also that's a fucking hilarious word.
That is pretty funny. Did the Romanians come up with that? Like, did they? Because Armageddon's like an English word. Like, they just know that word?
Armageddon's in the Bible, man. There's a lot of Bibles floating around.
Oh, I think so. It's a borrowed word.
That is a video for another time. But we'll do a short on that. Don't quote me. But
we will
anyway. So
not.
we will likely not. That's gonna take like 30 seconds. That's gonna take 5 seconds. Armageddon is in the Bible. Anyway, so the Equicide. Okay, this is how I want you to picture this. 800,000 horses are dead by the end of it. 800,000. That is an absolutely insane number of horses.
I mean, I believe some died, but 800,000, that's crazy.
800,000 is ridiculous. Yeah. So he kills 800,000 horses, closes down a bunch of stud farms. For anybody who doesn't know, stud farms are just horse farms. And great, hey, we did it. We did it. This years-long massacre of horses. Good job, Alexandre. We've done it. Oh, wait, here's the issue. They immediately realize that it affects the diversity of the breeds of horses. So tons of these different breeds of horses, because it's a Romanian tradition to breed horses. All these breeds are just gone with the wind. Okay, and or in a pit of lime.
So there's like none abroad, like to revive them. Like they're straight up like
they just no. It's a Romanian horse, so it's just like it would take way too long to redo this the whole breeding process. And honestly, like a lot of them, that was it. That was the end of it. So you've gotten rid of this massive diverse breed, multiple breeds of Romanian horses, and because Romania is still pretty rural, there's not a lot of tractors around, so they got rid of all the work animals.
Yeah, no tractors in rural areas, that's for sure.
Well, not yet. I mean, it's a very, this is before industrialization.
Yeah, they were very primitive in Romania then.
Whoa, hold on. Let's not. I don't need like a Romanian death threat in the comments. But some of the farmers were instructed to pretty much just sell the horse somewhere else. And the reason they said sell the horse was not like for you to gain profit. It just said save a few bullets. So that was the instruction. And of course this naturally leads to agricultural deficiencies, because well, how are you supposed to transport the harvest? How are you supposed to get a bunch of, especially because Romania, they have a lot of hilly and mountainous areas.
Mm.
You can't really transport that just hauling wheat on your back. But
I mean,
right,
you
so now we're getting
can.
to the.
It's
I mean, you
that sounds
can.
terrible.
Yeah, if you want to break your back
Well, I guess you could like
every
make it
single day
into
trying to.
balls and roll it one at a
Yeah, you
time,
can roll the hay bales
like
down.
Sisyphus. Yeah.
Yeah, it reversed Sisyphus, but then you have to push it back up the next mountain. So now it is Sisyphus. Yeah. So here's where we get to the quote unquote conspiracy theory.
Mhm.
Now, this is the theory that makes the most sense. So it's not really a conspiracy theory. I mean, the whole thing of him hating horses is just insane. But anyway, in all of the sources that I read, every single source that I read, they never explicitly say. So it's not said directly, but Alexandre, he wanted to mass industrialize the country. Because he wanted the collectivization of the farms, and then the reason that I think that this is like why it happened is because his buddy, remember Georgiou Dej? God, that is a
Vaguely.
tough name to say. So he is the one who's actually in power. Alexandre was just in charge of like farming, but the actual leader of the country, Georgi, he wants to industrialize Romania, and he does eventually succeed. And Romania actually becomes a really major steel producer. So now that they have all this steel, they can start making tractors, and they start giving the farmers tractors. This creates an entirely new issue though, because parts of Romania have very mushy, kind of soggy soil.
Mm.
Some of them they have entirely clay soil. So guess what happens? Tractors get stuck in the mud. There's no way to get them out. So you take another tractor, it just pulls the other tractor down.
Would horses not get
So
stuck, or is it just that they're too heavy? Like,
they're just way too heavy because the horses they got around the land perfectly fine. So it, like it's a disaster essentially because Alexandria's just like, yeah, kill the horses, and now you have no way of getting anything done, and he's in charge of agriculture, so he fails at his job. And here's the end of his story. Essentially, the politics they kind of change, and this
mm.
guy Nicolae Ceausescu, which some of you may know, he's the future dictator of Romania, from where we're talking about, and he eventually gets his comeuppance in the end. Maybe that's another video. And so Alexandru he gets kicked out of the government, right? He gets kicked out in I think like 67, and because they're just like, dude, why are you still killing horses? And he's just like, I fucking hate horses so much. And they're like, all right, anyway. So they kick him out, and then he dies 2 years later. So there we go. That's the end of Alexandru the Horse Slayer Mokhiorosh.
So wait, even after they realized it was a disaster, he still just kept killing horses.
He still kept killing horses, yeah. And it wasn't until after he was already out of power in 1967 that they were just kind of like, all right, dude, it's been 10 years of horse massacre.
How are there even
Give the land back to
horses
the horses.
left back then? I mean, I guess people probably had holdouts, like hid their
They still
horses
had
because they
holdouts. They
were
still had
like
holdouts.
dumb. Like, I'm not enforcing
Yeah, well,
this.
they were like we can't kill all of them, right? And as much as Alexandre wanted, as much as this cheeky little bastard wanted them to kill the horses, they still held out. So there's still some horses, some beautiful Romanian horses chilling out in Romania. And that would be the end of the story, correct?
Mm.
Like the horse massacre is over. We can end the video. Here is the thing, though.
Mm.
Here is the thing, because I did a bunch of research. Not very good research. No, I'm kidding. But I did a bunch of research. And what I realized that there was this scandal. Okay. Now, this
Okay.
scandal happened about like 10 plus years ago. I think it was around 2012 to 2013. The horse meat kept flowing. It kept flowing, man. Romanian horse meat would make its way into other markets around Europe. Okay.
Oh, but
So
that was supposed to go to the pigs. Naughty, naughty.
I thought it was supposed to go to the pigs, but apparently other people were interested in the market, or they did not know it was horse meat. All right.
Who
So
didn't know?
the people who were buying it. So here's where I'm going to get into the crazy part. This is like the new horse scandal from Romania. In 2013, Romania was the third largest exporter of horse meat in the EU.
Wow, that is recent.
That is extremely recent. But they apparently didn't have any like stock farms, right? And what that means is like there's no stock farms like specifically selling horse meat. But remember, this is also a Romanian article that I read this from, so the translation might be off. I don't know. Anyway, now the Romanians were exporting horse meat to different places across Europe. So Netherlands, France, Spain, Belgium, and a few other countries. And it's just insane. So the horse markets in Romania, I wasn't surprised. No. Okay, we have like you're killing horses in the 50s and 60s. I feel like this is just going to carry on. But the extent of them, the extent of the horse meat market is insane.
What this do you mean? Guy, like how big is it?
Well, okay, so there's this journalist, Radu Chornicic, and he goes to this horse market, and he essentially says, like, you can purchase a horse, right? Take care of it, and eventually send it to a slaughterhouse once it's kind of fulfilled its purpose and get paid a little bit. And I would like to put an aside here very quickly. It may seem crazy to eat horse meat, but there's places that eat horse meat. You know, there's in Central Asia, it's not too unpopular. Like Uzbekistan, I've heard that they eat horse meat, so it may seem different to us, but let us not forget IKEA land, Sweden, they eat horse meatballs. Okay, so if you want to say some crazy stuff, go to IKEA, go get a horse meatball. Maybe it'll change your mind. Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds disgusting. I can't imagine a tougher meat to eat than horse meat. It's like it's right. All muscle, no fat. That sounds awful.
Exactly.
I'd have to be starving.
You would have to be starving to eat a horse, yeah. So I mentioned all these countries before. No, I did not mention the UK and Ireland. However, here's where it gets a little bit strange. In Tesco shops, right? So Tesco is like kind of like their I don't know, quite a common brand, and they sell a lot of stuff. Anyway,
it's a grocery store, but it sounds like it should be a gas station.
Right, exactly. It definitely sounds like that. The all beef, quote unquote, all beef burgers contained around 29% horse meat.
Jesus.
That is
all Tesco's?
I think that was the Tesco's in Ireland.
I see.
And then in the UK, there is this item called a spag bowl. I do not know what that is. I have never been to the UK.
It sounds like it has horse in it. Like it sounds intentional.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It's like, what were you guys expecting?
It's spag bowl.
Spag bowl. British viewers, please instruct us as to what the hell a spag bowl is. I think it's like a spaghetti thing. But
I guess that makes sense.
It's like
spag.
It's like a bad carbonara.
Ugh, British people are bad at Italian food.
Yeah. They say, do you want a pasta? Oh Lord. Anyway, so sorry, UK people. So they found out that the spag bowl contained not 99%, not 99.9%. It was 100% horse meat.
This was at Tesco again?
Every single one. I believe it comes from Tesco, yeah. And so now here's the big question. Because it's like, okay, well, they have to be coming from Romania. But the companies who sold the meat were not registered in Romania. So, right, they sell their horses in Romania. They sell them and then they put them in the slaughterhouse, okay? The meat then gets passed off to other countries. And there's these two meat dealers, which is a crazy term.
Is it?
One was based out of the Netherlands, and the other one was based out of Cyprus, which I don't know how the fuck it made it to Cyprus, but whatever. The company name was DRAP, DRAAP, which is that already sounds bad.
Why does everything sound disgusting?
I don't know. Look, man, I'm not. Dutch is an interesting language. I do not understand it. But drop or drap, I don't know how to pronounce it. There's two A's. So drop is, if you spell that backwards, it means horse in Dutch. And they're both in Netherlands, like, you know, they both are like the same company. One was based out of the Netherlands, one was based out of Cyprus. So they're not even hiding it.
Well, kind of hiding
they're
it.
They're not hiding it at all.
That's genuinely like something like a conspiracy theorist would like be like. It's like, guys, it's horse spelled backwards. Like they're selling horse meat. There's no way that that's the fact that that's real is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a completely real thing, and so that's why, like, I feel like a conspiracy theorist. Like, every part of reading everything made me feel like a conspiracy theorist. Going through the entirety of all the research, I felt like I was going insane, and that's really where the story ends, because the company got investigated. They found something. They apparently, like, they were selling horse meat to South America as quote unquote halal food. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell is going on here. They're doing this crazy thing.
Well, that's a whole nother bag of worms. I wonder how many halal consumers there are in South America.
I don't know. The halal guys, if you're in South America and you're 10 years, you're watching this somehow 10 years before we make this video, don't eat the halal food, because
hello, buddy. Welcome to Medellin.
We can't do that. We can't do that. But anyway,
would you like shawarma with arroz con pollo?
Shawarma with horse. Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, I would eat that. I would eat that.
I would eat a horse shawarma. I feel like it's not like that. It would be okay.
Yeah, horse shawarma. You know, screw it, and you know, the nice rice and everything. But yeah, so now that's pretty much, this is where we're going to end the video roughly. All right, so you have the horse massacre back in the 50s and 60s under Alexandre, all that drama. Now you have the drama of them selling horse meat to this day. Do you want to talk about the thumbnail, Blue Stool?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, no idea what you're talking about?
No.
All right, here, let's show the where is this?
Is that it?
I have it somewhere.
Is that
No. Here is the thumbnail. Here is what Blue Stool wanted to make the thumbnail. And I had to hard cut. I had to hard cut and say we can't put that as the actual thumbnail.
I don't see a problem with it.
We can't have horse Auschwitz.
Do you
want to go into detail talking about the little?
I guess it's technically Auschwitz in the background, all right, but I changed a lot. So you see, you got the Romanian flag, all right. So we know it's a different place now. Now it's in Romania. You know, this is a Romanian hat on that on Blue Chair, and then, you know, we got the star, but instead of saying what it usually says, it says cow, which, as we know, is horse. Then we got the little tattoo that says 69,420. People brand their horses. That's normal. And then we got the hat. That hat, that is a Holocaust hat. On the horse.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much for this.
But it is an Equicide, so, you know, like, I feel like this communicates what it is.
Well, anyway, if you made it this long in the video, enjoy the monstrosity of a picture, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Is there anything else you would like to say, Blue Chair or Blue Stool? Sorry.
Well, I guess I got a lot of work to do on the new thumbnail.
Yeah, that's gonna be a task.
You know, I still want to throw it into the A/B test, just to see if it does well. But that's fine. That's fine. We don't have.
That's behind the scenes. That's behind the scenes.
Have a good night.
All right. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you enjoy this new format that we're trying out, and I hope you learned a little bit of something about the Romanian horse Equicide. Until next time, I'll catch you later on Blue Chair. Bye-bye.